Welcome to Infinity Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models. We are back in our basic electronics series with more stuff from the Make Electronics book. Let's do that off, this on. There we go. More stuff from Make Electronics, and here we go. We are doing Experiment 7, Investigating Relays. So we're going to try to control a low voltage small current and switches a larger voltage with a higher current. So we are going to need some stuff. We're going to need a 9-volt battery. Well, good thing I have this kit from ProTech Traders. It has everything you need to build the first few experiments, experiments 1 through 11, and they have 2 other kits to do more stuff. So we have our 9-volt DC double pull, double throw relays. And then, of course, we're going to wire it up with alligator clips because we're animals. So, I don't know how we're going to press a button with an alligator clip, but okay. And we need a knife, which we'll find a way to hack one of these open later. Let's get the battery out of this kit here. And it doesn't say we need a meter, but you know me, we're going to put a meter on this bad boy just to see what's going on. Alright, so okay, it wants us to hook this bad boy up to the tactile switch right here. Okay, it says there could be some polarity problems. What's the deal with it? One type of relax you often want to use is 2 pins at 1 of 6 ends. Okay. Alright, well, let's just take a look at one of these relays and see what these relays are all about. I don't work much with relays, to be honest with you. Let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see what's going on. And we'll get that off the screen. See what's going on with these relays here. So we got 2 of them. Take one out. Looks like we got a mess of pins down here. The pins are numbered. You have 1, 4, 8, 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, and 16. And on the front it says 1 amp, 125 volts AC, 1 amp, 30 volts DC. So, okay. So it looks like we're going to, you do need a meter, and it doesn't tell you that. Okay, it looks like we're going to take the battery here. This isn't that crappy battery that we had issues with before. This is the good battery. We're going to take our switch. You know what, guys? I am going to make an executive decision here. I am going to make an executive decision because this is getting insane with the alligator clips. So I am going to move to the breadboard here. I'm going to move to the breadboard with a 9-volt power supply. So a breadboard comes in the kit. I'm going to pull off this 5-volt supply. I have a 9-volt. I have a adapter that will hook up to my power supply here. We'll plug it in right there like that. This will give me 9 volts from my singlet SPD 3303X-E. It's a programmable DC power supply, and it is a fantastic unit. We will come in here and we will get our jumpers out. We'll come out for this so you can see me set it up easier. So we'll get our jumpers out and we'll connect our ground rails. Connect our ground rails here. We got our ground rails connected up, so we have a little. I'm not going to use one of my big boy breadboards. I'm just going to use this. Okay, so now we can plug in our 9 volts. Let's get 9 volts in here. We'll get 9 volts. Here's my cable that plugs into my jack. Plug this into the power supply, and I'll show you how I have that set up here with this camera. See, there it is, 9 volts. It's on channel 1. I'm doing 130 milliamps. Seems about a good range. So, and we'll put this on the meter, because I'm not doing the whole meter on the screen at the moment, not for these videos. So we can plug that in, so we'll have our 9 volt rail. We won't turn it on yet. And now let's get our tactile switch out. And it is just a little 2-pin little tactile button here. So will it fit across the rails? Nope. So it's going to go in right there. We'll plug it into 10 so we know where it is. So let us connect 10 to ground, or I'm sorry, 10 to 5 volts. So we got the 9 volts coming in. The 9 volts coming in to the switch pin. And then we need that switch pin to go out to this relay, which will fit on the board. That's cool. So I'll grab this and I'll put it just like that. Move that up. Make sure we get it in the right hole. These are weird switches. It's not the highest quality stuff in these kits. So now we have it to the, so it comes through the switch, and that needs to go to this side of the relay, and that other side needs to go to ground. So let us go to ground here, and we'll just see if the relay works. Okay. My big fingers don't want to operate. It's not the best breadboard in the world. It's not like one of my good breadboards. So if we turn on 9 volts power here, absolutely nothing happens. Okay. Well, that would explain it. Gotta hook it up to the right thing. Okay. There we go. You ready? Okay, I am going to try to bring this over to the microphone and be very quiet. So I hope you guys heard that in there, the little relay quick clicking. and it wants us to measure continuity on, let's see, on let's put a wire in there. Let's put 2 wires in there. So it wants us to measure continuity on this pin and this pin. Okay, so we're going to measure continuity. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put our meter on continuity. We're going to get our little grabby probes because they're sitting right here. And you guys are going to see the meter go continuity style. And this one supposedly is negative. And this one is positive. Okay, you ready? So when I press the button, the relay clicks and we have continuity. Okay, so that is the workings of a relay. Let us move on to what else it wants us to do. Okay, so extend the meter, and then it talks about what's inside a relay, how it works. There's a little inductor, and it uses magnets to move the coils and back and forth to their different positions. Then it talks about other kinds of relays, and then it says what's inside a relay. So you guys probably want to see what's inside a relay. I don't particularly care to open a relay, but we're going to do it anyways. So I'm going to put the book up here. I'm going to get my and we're going to open this relay up, and I'm going to bleed everywhere because that's going to be a thing that happens. Take this one here, and it says we can just cut the end off here. Try to find the best way to do this. Alright, I'm going to come in here. Let's zoom in for this because you're probably going to want to see this if I fail. So, oh, you guys want to see it from multiple angles? That's what you guys want to do. Look at this, multiple angles of me failing. Safety glasses, people. It's actually a good method of getting this off. Just clip the corners with a pair of snips. Alright. Alright, so I have gotten the cover off. Let's see if we can push it through here. Okay, I'm going to go in a little bit further here. I mean, the book tells me to do this. This is how I learn electronics. Let's lighten that up a little bit here so you can see a little bit better. There we go. peeling up off the case now. Should have paused for this, but you know, you never know. I might injure myself, and that would be interesting. Let us see if this still works. Let's bring this in here. Let's plug it back in our circuit here. Okay, let me see if you can see this here. See the little contacts going up right here, these little contacts? They're popping up, making a connection when I push the button. That's basically the relay working. So I don't know, do we want to go in further and see the inductor? Yeah, we do. No, that's pretty tough plastic. No, that's it. I'm going to leave it like that so I can keep it and use it for future videos on how relays work. So that's the inside of your relay. That's the end of this experiment. We, talked about how a relay works. We talked about how we could tear it apart, and we started using the breadboard because it is so much easier, as you can see. And if you get the kits, it comes with a breadboard. It's always good to have a breadboard. 9-volt power supply you can just plug into. You can just plug a battery right here into the rails, and you'll have into the rails here. You'll have 9 volts. So it's no big deal there. You don't need the giant power supply. But if you do, buy Siglet. Tell them Jason sent you from Engineering Scale Models. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day.